Alright, so we're checking out these lithium 9-volt batteries, and these are manufactured by a company called JESSPOW. There's a lot of these on the market. If you search Amazon for 9-volt lithium rechargeable batteries, there's tons of them out there. They sell this in a number of different bundles. So this one here is an 8-pack bundle. So there's 8 of these total, and then you get 2 of these USB charging cables. So obviously for each set of 4. And on one end is USB-A, and then you have 4, so you can charge 4 of the batteries at the same time, and then the other side you have USB-C, and that is what you have over here. These are fairly light compared to like a regular alkaline 9-volt battery. I actually don't have any to compare that, but I can tell that these are pretty light. And if you're wondering what's on the inside here, it's a single 1S lithium polymer battery. So it's a LiPo inside here, and obviously the nominal voltage on a LiPo is 3.7 volts, whereas the voltage that comes out of here is going to be 9 volts. And so what's going on in here is there's a LiPo cell, and then there's a board inside here that is acting as a voltage booster. So it's going to take that nominal, 3.7 volts, and it's going to boost it up to 9 volts outputs, and then at the same time that board's also doing the charging, so there's going to be charging via this USB-C port, and that takes care of the charging of the battery inside here. And just to do a quick check with the multimeter, go ahead and see that we're getting a little over the 9 volts, and the voltage booster should maintain a pretty constant 9 volt output. And just to show how this charges, I've got a power bank over here. I'm going to plug this in, just one of the batteries, and you should get a red light here, and it'll indicate that it's charging, and then when it's done charging, it'll turn green. So something important to note, it says right there it has 1300 milliamp hours of storage or capacity, but it's not 1300 milliamp hours at 9 volts. So typical alkaline 9-volt battery will be around 500 milliamp hours to 550 milliamp hours. And the 1300 milliamp hours that they're talking about here is actually for the 1S LiPo that's inside here at 3.7 volts. So if you do the math, 1300 milliamp hours based on the current output, it's going to be roughly a little under 500 milliamp hours, like 480 to 500 milliamp hours, depending on how much current is being flowed through the booster board inside there. So it's, in terms of capacity, it's going to be pretty similar to your typical 9-volt battery out there in terms of alkaline batteries. But obviously the fact that it's using a LiPo in here and it's rechargeable, you're going to be, in terms of the number of times you can be able to use it, is going to be far more, because LiPos can be charged hundreds of times versus a regular 9-volt battery. You use it, it's dead, you end up throwing it away. And so if you're, you want something a little bit more sustainable, maybe not spend as much money on batteries, this is definitely going to be useful. Obviously, for places where you can use 9-volt batteries, I think smoke alarms are probably the most common thing that I've used them for. Camera equipment, like microphones, some certain types of flashes tend to use 9-volt batteries, and having something rechargeable is going to be, obviously better than throwing things away. With obviously, a little bit more cost, I think. If you do the math in terms of how many times you'll be able to use this battery versus how many times you're going to throw away an alkaline battery, the cost spread out over time is going to be less. Obviously, the initial cost is going to be more. Just something to keep in mind, but I think it's worth it in the long run. I personally are going to I don't know if I'm going to need more than 8 of these, but if I need more, I'm going to pick up some more of these. Tons of vendors out there. This particular vendor does sell these in smaller packs. If you just want to try out 1 or 2, I think they sell this in a 2-pack. And then in that case, the USB cable just has 2 USB-C connectors. So I think they sell them in a 2-pack, a 4-pack, and an 8-pack. So check the link down in the video description. That'll take you to the Amazon they should have different variations of this being sold. So if you're wanting to just get a 2-pack and see how they work out for you, you can do that. I think the 2-pack does cost a little more per battery versus the 8-pack. So obviously, to save a little bit of money, if you already know you're going to go this route, then you might as well just get the 8-pack. Anyway, link will be down in the video description if you want to check it out. That's it for this video. Talk to you guys in the next one.